those servos, and now we're in the stowed state and we're ready to deploy.
So as it's deploying, you'll notice the constant force springs, essentially layers, and that's a new development. We integrated that in the last prototype and kind of started fleshing out those issues that we had for the last model. And this model seems to be working really great. And a lot of these parts, like you'll see the UPS, is actually, I took a 3D printed part, which is about 30 hours of print time, and then that was essentially our master tool, so then we made a mold of it, and then we cast multiple copies, because we broke a lot of them, we tested them, broke them when we weren't expecting to, so we were able to make a lot more than having to spend 30 hours printing a part. So a lot of the stuff you'll see, the bus, Eric came up with the design in CAD, and we had a company print a really high fidelity version, then we molded it, and then we can produce that on a pretty round scale too, as a lot of these parts. The AOS is a directly printed part, same with the secondary mirror.
That's just a little bit quicker than ours.
Yeah, a little bit.
The NBA tubes, you can imagine, it's pretty tight up here in the top of the spacecraft cone, and so we were pretty limited as far as what we could use as a deployer. We couldn't use stepper motors because you're limited to the length of the actual threaded rod that you're using, and so this was kind of a huge issue. So as you watch this deploy, you'll see there's springs inside that are compressed right now. We're actually have cords running through into a spooler in the center that is all spooled up right now, and so we'll start letting that spooler out, and the springs are going to actually deploy the gears.
That's a powered spooler in there.
So that's why both of them deploy at the same time. Unrealistic, but it was something we had to settle on to implement a deployment.
Moving up into the Otis deployments with the SMSS. See. Yeah, a little bit. Take a look at the wings as they deploy.
In this model, this is going to be here full time now. We handed this over to Bill today, so if anyone's interested in seeing this again, it's going to be here a while. And we're in the middle of building the fifth one, which is out of space in Northrop, so if anyone's out there in LA, we have another model too. And we can demo this one.
Yeah. And we're big focus of the last prototype is we're going to be trying to look into ways to reduce machining time. So we're looking into building a bit more of these, and a big part of that is I think the largest cost is easily labor with this. So
we were able to take a lot of things like the CAD model. I'll take the CAD model from SDEM and directly scale it down to this, and I can do my sanity checks on this model and take measurements directly off of this, and it correlates. Multiply by 0.3, I can get down to 1/20th scale. So it's nice to have worked on this before developing this. Learned a lot there, and also learned a lot on this one as well. You can kind of see some of the inside of the spacecraft. On the other side, we have some of the computer electronics mounted in shear panels. And this is the first revision that actually has the computer fully integrated in ISIM. Before it would be sitting on the desk. So we moved it up. We thought we could, and we did it. And, pretty happy with how it turned out.
So are these mirrors adjustable on this model?
No, they're not.
at this scale, you know, 5 servos per mirror, we'd end up with something that was mostly servos.
The last deployment is AEIR. We recently found a picture that was in the public, and so we were able to implement this on this model and the last model. That's kind of a fun deployment. And the show. And in the works is also an iPhone app, so you can come up to this thing and if you have the GUI, you can follow people across the room as they're walking through.
Password.
Yeah, you can have some fun with it on your iPhone.
That was a moment of pause, like, what if somebody was just...
Yeah, you don't want to turn the public loose with controlling it.
Nah. We have some pitch and control as well.
Very cool.
I pitched one year some new digital servos we put in. They're actually much less annoying when you have a lot of them. They kind of harmonize with each other. And that's full deployments.